All right, starting Tuesday at 5 o'clock, just like I promised the citizens of Sullivan County after you elected me as your sheriff, I doubled my narcotics, vice, and drug unit in size in order to focus on the drug epidemic in our county. I've doubled the number of investigators in the vice narcotics unit. These detectives that I've assigned to that unit have extensive experience and knowledge, and I believe they're the best in the East Tennessee. You have anything else?
Sheriff, how many, can you tell us how many you've added? Or is that something you can tell us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We doubled it. We had 3 in there. Now we have 6. Also got a supervisor over vice.
And you said more investigators?
Yeah, they're all CID, vice narcotics investigators.
I know originally you talked about partnering with other agencies to patrol the roads because Sullivan County does end up in,
Yes,
between 2 major interstates.
Yes, ma'am. Those narcotic and vice detectives that I've assigned, that's their focus. They're going to collaborate with Kingsport, Bristol, and Bluff City and work on a drug interdiction team. They're going to train people in drug interdiction, drug detection, and drug prevention. Also, we're going to get into these schools with some schools and educate the kids about drugs as well.
How will y'all be doing that in the schools?
Well, with our school resource officers, we'll collaborate with our drug narcotics investigators, and we'll get some education incentives, like I say, along with our preventative methods and also our interdiction efforts on the Interstate 81 and 26.
And can you talk a little bit about, your first week? I mean, a lot of changes in a lot of different departments.
Yeah, it's been a busy week, but a great week. I've realigned a lot of manpower, realigned resources to better fit my goals. And when I say my goals, it's designated for the citizens of Sullivan County, the protection of our citizens and the safety of our citizens. I've put people over positions where they're going to flourish and thrive and do a good job for our citizens. I'm really tickled with my administration and the people under them. I think they're excited as well.
Can you talk more specifically about what manpower resources have been realigned?
Yeah, I've realigned. I've took away a couple spots from our full-time public information officer, and also I did away with a major spot so I can throw more resources into drugs. That's how I doubled my vice narcotics division. I'm getting ready today and tomorrow, making more promotions and realigning some other additions to patrol. I've got narcotics and vice captain that's going to be overseeing not only narcotics and vice, but they're overseeing dispatch, evidence, and our school resource officers.
And touch base a little bit on the school resource officers. How is that looking? I know before you came in, they had some plans in work. What is the future of that?
That's looking really good for us to obtain those 14 school resource officers with collaboration of the Board of Education. So we're waiting on the final reading, final approval, and that way we'll move forward from that. Of course, anytime you have 14 new positions, it can take a while to fill those because we can't deplete our patrol division, we can't deplete our other divisions in the county, so we have to hire some trained and skilled people to take positions in these schools because we want them very skilled, very knowledgeable in the protection of the students, staff, and school.
And how did you spend your first day? Tell us.
First day was pretty much. I got in my office there Sunday, so the first day was pretty much, realigning my admin staff. So I promoted Tracy Cottrell to my deputy chief. I promoted Greg Simcox to my assistant chief, and I promoted Lee Carswell to my chief jail administrator, where he'll be overseeing admin and operations and corrections division.
The patrol officers, have you added more, or have you just moved people around to put more on patrol?
Well, we've got the same on patrol, but the ones that I've put into narcotics came from other divisions where they're the best in East Tennessee. Then I'm hiring an officer that used to work here that his specialty is narcotics and drugs. So I'm really tickled. I can't wait to hire him back. And that's going to give me all trained, already skilled. We don't have to put any more money towards their training. They already know everything they need to know about vice, narcotics, drugs, prevention, apprehension, interdiction. So that's why I'm really excited about our vice narcotics division.
So he'll be one of the 6?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So have you started working with Bluff City or still in Kingsport yet on forming that?
We're going to start. I got to go to the second week of new sheriff school next week. So when I get back, we're going to start work. I'm going to go down. Of course, I've talked to Chief Wade and Chief Quillen here in the last week or so, and they've shook my hand, congratulated me. So I can't wait to maybe sit down with them, have a talk with them, and see what their thoughts are moving forward. Maybe assisting with the interdiction, drug interdiction that I've spoke about.
Originally, you talked about looking at other agencies and seeing what programs they use that to better help Sullivan County Sheriff. What agencies did you end up looking at and seeing their programs?
Well, I've you always want to mirror other agencies that are working with different programs that are proven successful. Talked to a lot of new sheriffs at the new sheriff school last week, and there's a lot of good ideas out there for community corrections, getting some of your overcrowding, alleviating some of your overcrowding. There's also, they had some really good ideas on reentry programs and drug courts, and we've already got a drug court, but anything that we can do to improve on that, I think will be good. And I'll keep on moving forward and talking to other administration, other chiefs and sheriffs, and see what's working good for them.
Sheriff, how do you fix that? I guess you also talked about the uncertain warrants. How do you go about doing that?
We're already working on that. We're going to separate our courts division from our warrants division, and we're going to work on a computerized software so we're not duplicating some of these process. We're also going to get with maybe constables, see if they can assist us with serving civil process, and we're also going to start a fugitive apprehension team where that's what they'll do full time, is serving the process of warrants and service of warrants and civil process.
Previously, had the constables just been serving arrest warrants? Or?
No, they hadn't been. They've just been doing for attorneys, judges, and stuff like that for just at a part-time pace. But we could let them help us tremendously with our service of civil process.
So now they can serve anything?
Yeah,